In the days leading up to the election, we are profiling various candidates from both parties who all want your vote.
Right now, we're focusing on Congressman Gary Peters, who's running in the new 14th district. We sent 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell to ask Peters why he thinks he should stay in Washington representing Michigan.
U.S. Representative Gary Peters is a Democrat who has served in Congress now for 2 terms. He is running for re-election, but not for re-election in his current district. Instead, he is running for office in the new 14th district. He says if elected, he is excited at the chance to represent people in both the city and the suburbs in this new district.
Well, I think this new district is very exciting. The 14th district, this is the first district in decades that crosses 8 Mile. This is the first congressional district in history that has both the county seat of Wayne and the county seat of Oakland in the same congressional district. So it puts a member of Congress in a unique position to literally have 1 foot in the city and 1 foot in the suburbs.
All right. All right.
Representative Gary Peters says he plans to bridge the 8 Mile gap, not only with his representation, but by working to get the nation to invest in public transportation here in Metro Detroit.
We cannot have a greater Detroit region without a strong and vibrant city of Detroit in the center of it. Well, one area that I'm very passionate about is transit, that we need to have a regional transit system in the greater Detroit area. If you look at regions all across America, those places that have invested in transit have had huge returns to that area in terms of economic development, job creation. Quite frankly, we're behind other regions. There is substantial federal money available for us here in the greater Detroit area to have that regional plan. But we have to come together as local communities and embrace that. We need to have a system from downtown Detroit to Pontiac, up into Macomb County, and we need to have a system from downtown Detroit to Metro Airport, like every other major region in this country.
Peters worked for 22 years as an investment advisor, and he says that impacts the way he looks at all of the legislation he works on, whether it be on finance or education.
An investment in a child before they get to kindergarten pays huge dividends for that child's life, as well as for the taxpayers. And unfortunately, right now, Head Start is under attack. There are folks in Congress, the Republicans in Congress, want to cut Head Start programs. I think that is wrong-headed. That's not the way we make an investment in our future. It's certainly not what we should be doing. We should be investing in our young people.
As a member of the Financial Services Committee, Peters has taken on our region's biggest issue, he says, the economy.
People are sick of this double standard where working class and middle class workers are treated differently than the financial industry executives. What people are looking for is a sense of shared sacrifice.
And he wants to continue what he started. He says mortgages need to be regulated to prevent another housing market crash and to protect people's homes.
I'm building a coalition right now to deal with reform of the mortgage markets. So I'm working with a Republican from California. We've got bipartisan legislation to reform the way that we deliver mortgages in this country, move away from Freddie and Fannie, but in a very thoughtful way, and also help folks who are right on the edge of foreclosure. I came into Congress during a very difficult time for the economy here in Michigan, and when the auto industry was on its knees and the economy was crippled, and I've worked very aggressively to make sure that we have a strong and vibrant auto industry here in Michigan, and have also focused on small business. Really, the engine of growth for our economy is making sure that our small business owners have the resources that they need. As a member of the Financial Services Committee dealing with banking issues, insurance issues, I've worked a great deal to make sure that small businesses get the loans that they need in order to invest in their business, grow their business, and create jobs.
When it comes to health care, Peters says he will fight to make sure the Affordable Care Act that was signed by President Obama in 2010 moves forward.
One of the big changes that we have to do is move away from a fee-for-service basis. Right now, the more procedures that are done, the more surgeries that are done, the more the costs are, but it's not linked to having a healthy patient. So a big part of the Affordable Care Act is changing that, rewarding physicians, rewarding providers for healthy patients, not the number of procedures that are done. And I believe as that's fully implemented, you'll see the growth of healthcare costs will slow down, which is absolutely essential so that everybody can afford healthcare in America.
As for some things you may not know about him, Peters was a lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy Reserve. He got an MBA in finance from the University of Detroit Mercy, a law degree from Wayne State University Law School, a Michigan State University MA in philosophy with a focus in the ethics of development. And he did all of this while working a full-time job and raising 3 children with his wife, Colleen. He has stayed busy, but says he indulges in a favorite hobby.
I enjoy riding a motorcycle, and when I get free time, that is my escape, is to get on my motorcycle and ride.
Kim Russell, 7 Action News.